Okay, so I'll actually show you how to run a dose simulation. Now, what I've given Charmaine is a file here. So if I put the file inside my dose directory, so my dose directory is actually in Dropbox, my project dose. Okay, so this is my dose directory. What happens is I will go into my command line. Okay, then I will use change command to go inside my dose. So it's inside my Dropbox. Now, at any point in time, let's say if I go up, so double dot is to go out to the previous directory. So I was from user Morris Link Dropbox, I go back to user Morris Link. If I want to see what is inside the directory, I look at, I type dir, it will show me the listing of the directory. So that tells you where you are. Okay. Now, anyway, so let me go to my Dropbox, go to my, all the way to my dose. Okay. So I type dir again to make sure that Charmaine is in there. So how do I run it? Run Charmaine is just Python. No, before that, I need to activate my Python. For all of you, you don't need to activate your Python because I have multiple versions of Python. Okay, you should be able to have that already. What you will see inside is mostly called base. Okay. So anyway, you type Python, Charmaine. Okay. So basically, this is a simulation. This is a simulation results to be exact. Okay, so since it's going to run only 50 generations, I will just let it finish. Now it's about 20 generations already. All right, just let it finish it up. Now the main purpose is all the results are actually shown here. So you have to pipe it out into a file. So now it's finished. So let me rerun the whole thing, but I want to collect the results instead of on the screen. I want to collect the results into a file. So here I type in my, say we call it let's say Charmaine results. Okay, and I call it let's say a FASTA file because as you recognize, this is actually a FASTA format. So I run it. It will not print me anything because it's actually being printed into this Charmaine results file. If I go back, I will actually find that there's actually this Charmaine FASTA file that's being generated. And you can see that it is actually increasing in size. Okay, it's increasing in size. You can see that quite clearly. So it's 3.6 megabytes now. Now it's 4 megabytes before it to finish. How do you know it's finished? You will show me a prompt again. Okay, so now it's actually running in the background. But please do not close this screen because once you close it, it dies. Okay, we just wait for a little while more longer. Should not be too long already. Okay, so let's say if you open up this Charmaine results.fasta file using your Sublime Text, yes, you will see all the results that's been printed out. Okay, now you go all the way to the end. Yes, the simulation has ended, but you realize that this guy has not ended, so just enter it. Okay. What you do at the end of the day is, what does all these results mean? Okay, from this line, before the first caret sign, so there's a caret, you can actually remove the lines before that because those are just data rows. And the last few lines say fifth complete, generation 50 completed, simulation ended, you can throw that away as well. So how do you read this file? For Charmaine, what you have is, you have, this is tell you that it's 111 means that it's generation number 1. Okay. Generation number 1, this is the organism name. So there are different organisms. So you see how is the simulation going at different generations. So you realize that at the 100th row, this is where you end your not 100th row. No, at the 200th row, because there's 100 organisms, so you go down. At about the 200th row, you see that you go up 200th row. Yes, so you see generation 1 completed. So you go to generation 2 now. So this is the data for the chunk above is data for generation 1, and then chunk data for generation 2. Since we have 100 organisms, this is the whole genome will be printed. Okay, so this is the results that we need to process. All right. Okay.